Peace. What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? It's your boy Serrano, and someone had asked if the Blackview A80 Pro was an upgrade to the LG Stylo 5. So we're gonna actually be comparing these two budget entry-level devices and seeing which one is better. So if that sounds like something that is interesting to you, make sure that you stay locked in with me, and I'll see you guys right after that. Okay, so the first thing I kind of want to talk about is the quality of materials that LG and Blackview use. Now we are getting a satin finish right here, which is plastic on the Blackview A80 Pro, and we are getting a polycarbonate glossy material here on the LG Stylo 5. And you know, there is some scratches here on my Blackview. Not on my Blackview, on my LG Stylo 5 here. You can probably see those now with that added light that I just put on, but they're actually micro scratches, so you can't really see them unless the phone is under light. Now with the satin finish on the Blackview, it's going to be a really smooth finish, and it's not going to actually attract any scratches. So honestly, when it comes down to the build material, I do like the satin better, but LG always does a really good job. They included aluminum on the side railing, which actually increases that overall build quality for LG and gives it a nice premium design. When it has those aluminum materials, I definitely think that adds a little bit to the premium feel in your hand. So they both have really nice finishes. The satin finish here, then that aluminum finish on the side for LG, they definitely are really good to hold. Now let's take a look at the fingerprint sensors and see which one opens up quicker. 1, 2, 3. And I was so fast on both I couldn't see the difference, so let's try that one more time, and you guys let me know. 1, 2, 3. That looked like the Blackview. I did press it first, so I'm gonna turn up the brightness on both devices. Let me know which one looks a little bit brighter. But this is 720 and this is 1080, and you know, the LG is a little bit brighter in my opinion. So let me hit this. It's a little bit easier for me to if I see them right here. 1, 2, 3. So that was pretty close. Let's try that one more time. 1, 2. I touched that twice. 1, 2, 3. So that's too close to call. I'll do that one more final time. One more time. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so that was the one that should be the one you should go by. Now another thing that I just really like about the Blackview A80 is that it does have that notification light on the front top left corner, so whenever you are getting a notification, you will know about it. And you can see that there is like a little red one on the LG that it showed itself for a minute there, and that also does have a notification light. So I think that's pretty cool that you do get a notification light there as well. And you can also turn on the flash for notifications and accessibility. Now when it comes to the overall OS and software that we're getting on both devices, we are getting Android 9 on the Blackview, and we are getting Android 10 on the LG. Now one of the things I noticed is that there's no stock app drawer for the Blackview. You're just going with the you get basically just this screen here. It's like the Apple one. There's no app tray, but you can get all your apps really easily. And I did notice that LG does include the app tray, but you can remove that as well. So that's just something to note. But we are getting Android 10 on the LG Stylo 5, which is a more upgraded software. And you can see I got the dark mode, and we're not able to get that dark mode on the Blackview. So just keep that in mind when you're on the software. But you can see some of the specs right here for both devices. So this is a big difference when it comes to the LG and the Blackview, is that we are getting 4 GB of RAM, which is on the Blackview, versus only the 3 GB of RAM on the LG Stylo 5. So when it comes to that, I would definitely go with the Blackview because it has an extra gigabyte of RAM versus only the 3 gigabytes of RAM on the LG Stylo 5. So that means that this Blackview is going to be able to have more apps in the background at one time, and it's going to be able to hold them longer in the background. As you can see, LG doesn't have that many apps in the background, but I would definitely say that when it comes to the performance, it's going to be a little bit better on the Blackview because of the RAM that they're offering. But you can, get all these same features like split screen, and the only thing that is that the LG will have this quick pop feature, which is actually kind of cool in my opinion, because you can float apps around the screen and minimize them while you're doing something else. So I just think that's really clean. I think that's really cool on LG's part. So that's really cool. So let's just talk about some of the other things that we're getting here. Now, we are getting the Helio P25 processing chip on the Blackview versus the Snapdragon 450 on the LG Stylo 5. So what that basically means is that you're gonna get sort of a better processing chip on the Blackview because it has that better, like I said, the RAM is going to give you 3. You're getting 4 versus 3 according to what the LG has. So not only that, you can see that the LG does have bezels on both sides right here, and the Blackview just has that water drop notch. So it's kind of an upgrade in design as far as how they look. So just something to keep in mind. Now overall, when it comes to the speaker system, you're getting one speaker on the Blackview, one speaker on the LG, but I feel like the speaker on the Blackview definitely could get a little bit louder. From what I've been hearing, it sounds better, and overall it definitely is more enjoyable for me when I'm listening to the speakers. Now this screen on the Blackview looks absolutely gorgeous. It doesn't even matter that it's a 720 panel, because just looking at these two panels side by side, I cannot really tell that this one is 720 compared to this one. So we'll just throw that right out the window. There's no real, you don't really need to, compare 720 to 1080 anymore, because it's really hard to, distinguish the two. Okay, so I'm just trying to see which one, will load. Obviously these are two different games, but I kind of want to compare the gaming performance of both devices. Now, we're getting a 13 megapixel right here on the Blackview 8 on the front, 13 on the back of the LG Stylo 6, 8 on the front as well. So pretty similar comparison when it comes to the cameras. Now, I will put up some images that I took in the dark, and we're going to be comparing these two 13 megapixel cameras. Now, both of these are able to do bokeh as well. This is about $100 device versus about $130 device here. So about 30, 40, 50 bucks more for the LG Stylo 5, but pretty similar performance overall. So I'm going to actually play a little bit of PUBG on the Blackview so you can see the gaming performance on this device compared to the LG Stylo 5. Now we will be getting NFC with the LG Stylo 5, so if you like mobile payments on your device, you can get that option. You can get that option with the Samsung Pay with any Samsung watches as well, or any watches that offer NFC payment. But the Blackview doesn't have NFC, if that's something that will make or break you. I did notice that you can do screen recording, so you can record the games that you're playing versus you're not getting screen recording on the LG Stylo 5. And you can also do screencast on the Blackview, where you can't do screencast on the LG Stylo 5. So you get screencast here, but you don't get screencast here, but you're getting NFC on the on the LG Stylo 5. So I think that's an advantage. Alright, so when it comes to the Blackview, we are able to play PUBG on this device, and I will show you the settings. As far as my LG I am experiencing, you know, some freezing on this device right now, so I'm gonna wait for that to come back up, but I am experiencing a little bit of freezing on that device. Now we do get balanced and medium graphics here on the Blackview, so let's just see how that plays when it comes to PUBG. And let's see, hopefully this will open now. It's probably still frozen, so let's just give it a reboot. Power off and restart. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna just play a little bit of PUBG, but the thing that you're gonna notice is that you're gonna get a better battery with the Blackview A80 Pro. It's gonna last a lot longer than the LG Stylo 5's 3,500 milliamp hour battery. Now, the Blackview A80 Pro has a 4,600 milliamp hour battery, so it's a lot larger in that regard. It's 4,680, almost a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. So I could hear people talking. Let me turn down the volume until the game starts. Okay, so there is some stuttering here. The game has not started yet, but that just gives you an idea of how the game will perform. And as you can see, there is a little bit of stuttering here, which is not ideal for playing PUBG, but it does start to play smooth. Let me mute this right here. And you could see some stuttering while I'm playing the game, so just keep that in mind. Let me unlock the LG Stylo 5 so I can show you the gameplay on that device as well while this one is playing. Okay, we have Call of Duty in the background on the LG Stylo 5 loading. Okay, so this is the Blackview A80 Pro, and you can see right here there is some stutter. Now this is the Helio P25, and the LG Stylo 6, actually the one the newer model of this is the P35, so just something to keep in mind there. However, I do feel like the P25 may perform better than the, well, with 4 gigabytes of RAM, this one is probably really going to perform a lot better than any LG Stylo device with 3 gigabytes of RAM. But you can see right now it's kind of decent. Not the best one I've ever played in the world as far as gameplay on here, but you know, the viewing angles are nice. The colors are pretty good. It's not going to be the fastest, but you can see it's playable on here. And I'm just going to get some weapons and stuff like that. Browsing Facebook on the LG Stylo 5 is pretty smooth as well, so nothing wrong with that either. Let's load up Call of Duty now. Okay, we have some Call of Duty loading in the background. Now, as you can see, PUBG is pretty playable on here. Now, is it going to be the best experience ever? Probably not, because this phone it gives you 2 touch points. Now, you can't put more than 2 fingers on the screen at one time. As you can see, the claw technique does not work on here. See, I'm moving the screen with my 3rd finger, 1, 2, and then it doesn't register the 3rd. So you could only use 2 fingers for gaming, which is not, a lot of phones offer the 5 touch, which is actually up to 5 fingers at once, which makes gaming a lot more better experience. However, this one only offers 2 touch, so that's not, you know, gonna be ideal for when you want to game and stuff like that. So just something to note there. But in all honesty, I am able to play this game perfectly fine. So you can see right here, you know, there's no issues with playing PUBG unless you're like really a hardcore gamer and you want that quick frame rate. You want to play on high graphics. I would probably recommend getting a phone like the ZTE V Smart, or maybe the Pixel 4a, or you know, something like that. Let me see. How do you play this game? I think they switched. Let me see. Multiplayer. Start. So you can see there's a little bit of lag on that one, but as far as the, let's just play some of the Call of Duty now. And you can see right here, this is Call of Duty on the LG Stylo 5. Now, the LG Stylo 5 can play PUBG, however, it's gonna be some sort of like this experience here you see on there. Not the best one ever when it comes to gameplay. So this is what it would look like on the LG Stylo 5, and this actually looks pretty good. And I'm gonna turn up the volume.
Enemy contact.
Now there is a little bit of lag on the LG, but this is a lighter game compared to the PUBG Mobile, so definitely would be more playable than the PUBG Mobile. So yeah, as you can see, both phones do game pretty well for the most part. I mean, under $200 for both of these things. They do a pretty decent job for the money. But, you know, if I had to actually recommend one over the other, I'd probably go with the Blackview, just because you're getting similar experience. And, you know, the LG is, it doesn't give you as much storage and RAM as well. So it's not going to give you as smooth of an experience when it comes to basically just like the overall usability of the phone. So, I mean, you're not getting the app drawer, you're not getting NFC, you're not getting some of the features, but I think it's an overall smoother experience that you'll be getting with the Blackview overall. So that's just my impressions when it comes to the Blackview versus the LG, but I could be wrong. Also, the gestures are a little bit different on Android 10, because when you're in the app right here, you could swipe right like that and go back. Now on this one, you have to swipe from the bottom left hand corner, and then you can go back holding that button. So you can go to the recents by holding this button. It's just a little bit different compared to it. Let me see. So that's not working right now. Let's see. The most recent is a little bit tricky on this device. You have to, there you go. You have to like press from the bottom and you get this nice haptic feedback on the phone. So I have no issues with this Blackview A80 Pro. It's a really good device for the money, and the cameras even work pretty good. So just take a look at these photo samples that I'll put up for both devices, but the Blackview definitely surprised me for the money. I'm not even gonna front it, no cap. It was a really good device for $100. So honestly, when it comes to the photos for the LG, you know, you're getting some pretty decent photos as well as on the Blackview. Now, if you look at these photos I took of in the nighttime on the Blackview and the LG, you can kind of compare them right here and see for yourself that it's a little bit brighter on the LG, but not by much. So this is the LG, this is the Blackview, and they're pretty much almost identical, except this one's a little bit brighter. You're gonna be able to see a lot more things in the dark, as you can see right here. So that was the LG, and this is the Blackview. And then when you take a look at these basketballs, you know, the LG is a little bit brighter again in the dark, but that's only in the dark. So who takes pictures in the dark? Not many people. Same thing with the front-facing camera as well. You know, it was a lot brighter on the LG. As you can see right here, this is how they would look in low light. But honestly, in some really good lighting conditions, the Blackview took some really good shots in numerous conditions. So I didn't have any problems with it. You can see right here, look at this shot of you know, some outdoors. This is like a beautiful photo from the Blackview outdoors, and even this one right here, Niagara Falls. So it just took some really beautiful shots for the 13 megapixel on there. And you know, I didn't have any issues with the photos that I was getting. Same thing with the LG. Every photo that came out of it was kind of a shocker for the money, but you know, I wasn't complaining about either one. You can see some low light here. City shots were coming out good, and I like the AI camera on the LG, just a really good shooter. And you were getting some pretty good shots on the Blackview. I was able to actually put the G cam on this phone, and it was really good. You could see some of these shots in the hotel were really nice, dark nighttime shots. I was able to get, you know, some shots here in the hotel. It just came out really good. Look at how beautiful this picture was right here. You know, just some really good images from the Blackview I was getting. I had no issues with this camera. So yeah, I could definitely say I was impressed with the Blackview. So honestly, if I was to pick one of these two devices just right now as my main phone, you know, obviously the LG is going to have that pen feature, and it's going to come in handy for taking down notes. It really comes down to if you want the pen or not. If you don't need the pen, then I would definitely just go with the Blackview, because you're going to have a really nice experience, but you're also going to have a nice drawing experience with that no other phone offers on the LG Stylo 5. But thanks for watching. It's your boy Serrano, and I'll check you guys out on the next video. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, evening, but depending on where you guys are, have a great night. But in the meantime, I'll see you guys later, crew. Peace.
Thank you.